Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And kids, I'm Mitch English. Welcome to Daily Flash. The whole crew ready to rock and roll for you. We love having you along. We're going to have so much fun today. If you go anywhere, you're going to miss out. Sweet baby James, we got him all set up. He's in the Flash back room. He, of course, answered all your social media stuff. What you got, James?
You guys got me working overtime. I'm back here. I am looking at all the comments that we've had come in. And look, I can say this. I need 5 more arms and 5 more hands to handle all this stuff now. So give me 2 or 3 interns.
All right, sounds good. We'll do one of the, he calls his interns his arms too, which is really scary, right?
Okay.
To my right is Rat-a-tat-tat, sweet baby Matt. How are you, man?
He looks like we got Geek Squad off a team back there. But anyway, you can check out all of James's work on our website, dailyflashshow.com. There you can send us a comment, flash@dailyflashshow.com. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And hey, send us your migraine remedies, because apparently Taylor in our control room told me about putting ice between your thumb and your index finger, and apparently that's supposed to help.
So no, it's a pressure point.
Yeah.
And Matt suffers from migraine. But you squeeze down at that part, you can either put ice or squeeze down as literally as hard as you can.
When the weather changes extreme as it has here in Florida, I get these cluster migraines, and it's one of those where it's like, I need a dark room, leave me alone. I can hear a mouse crawling around. It's so bad.
Those are the worst.
Well,
send me your migraine remedies.
All of a sudden we've turned 90. We need migraine remedies.
I'm old, I'm 40. Everything hurts.
Try that pressure point thing.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do the ice.
It's got to
thing.
do it where it hurts, and I think the whole concept is, dang, that hurts, and you forget about your migraine.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Have you ever been in a restaurant and there's been a screaming baby?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think
many a time.
I got to show you this because this happened recently in Atlanta. Roll the tape.
So this gentleman here is telling me to tell my 8-month-old to stop screaming because he has sensitive ears. I know it's loud, but he's an adult. He can leave, and he chooses not to leave. He's choosing me to tell me to take my baby out because he has sensitive ears.
Oh boy, so this all unfolded in a restaurant near Atlanta, and the guy came over because the kid was screaming those blood-curdling baby screams, and they were trying to have a night out dinner, and he's like, is there anything you can do to kind of quiet your baby? And of course, she decided to record the whole thing.
Because that's what we do now.
Because that's what we do now, and instead of actually saying, I'm so sorry, sir, blah, 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 blah. So then it was this constant back and forth, and she called him privileged, and he took offense to that because he thought that she was calling him racist, and he's like, no, ma'am, I'm just trying to enjoy a night out. And so the manager got involved. Everybody in the restaurant was just like, I don't want to get involved, but I'm watching this all unfold. So, I guess it's tough because it's one of those things where can they both kind of come to the table somewhere in the middle as far as like, can the mom at least acknowledge that the baby's loud and screaming? Can the guy say, yes, I understand, this is tough?
This is a big deal, actually.
This is a huge deal.
And you're like, I get it, and especially I see like singles moms, and maybe they might have like 3 kids, and then one's just going crazy. I'll give them that. The issue where I have is that it's all nature, because moms, you guys, you can do 10 things at once. Yeah. And you can tune them out.
Yes.
And there is something about tuning out where literally it's scientific. I'm not just
No, you're right.
There's a part where I say they're tuning out, but then there's also scientific parts where you literally tune them out as a parent.
Yeah.
Even as dads as well.
Of course.
And so it doesn't bother you because you hear it a lot. It is a matter of etiquette and all together. Now, she looks like she only had the one child in that video where she's like, hey, you know what? I get, there's many ways to do it. Cute baby in the world. Look
adorable.
At it. That's adorable. Gorgeous looking little kid. But they get really loud.
Yeah.
And I cannot enjoy my dinner or whatever. Airplanes, it seems like it's a big deal. And I get it. And I'm like, I understand.
Well, we get that because the worst flight you're ever going to have is in or out of Orlando. We're based in Orlando, and it's going to be the worst flight of your life because it is Disney World. So you're going to have that, which in a confined space, on an airplane, that's one thing. But at a restaurant, take a kid outside.
Well,
yeah, I agree.
And I believe this was like a Thai restaurant or an Asian restaurant.
Paris Banh Mi, it's Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, okay. So they're at this restaurant, and so it's not like it's a Chuck E. Cheese. Like if you were to go into a kid-friendly restaurant, you're going to have to expect that kids are going to be screaming. So that's on you if you go in there and you can't deal with the noise. But I suppose that this guy went in there thinking, I just want to have a nice quiet meal, and this kid's screaming his head off. And then, of course, he made the mistake of approaching the lady. I don't know exactly what was said, but she took offense to it. An etiquette expert weighed in and said, technically, the mom has the right of way, so to speak, with the screaming baby, but she should also be a little bit more amenable to what's going on and say, I'm so sorry, I get it. But you're right. I think moms just tune it out. They don't know how loud their kid is.
And we can also look at, look, she probably has heard this baby screaming all day, and she probably wanted something to eat, so she goes out. So she just wanted the same experience. But if you look at it, it's very echoey, very loud in there. You just got to be considerate. It's, again, I always talk about the social contract that we make with each other that we always seem to break altogether. And I would go over and say, how about this is your best way to approach? And by the way, we'd love to hear your take on this. You can go up and say, hey, is there something I can help you out with? Because I know, man, this has got to be whatever.
Yes.
And instead of saying, hey, you're a problem, say, hey, how can I help the problem?
Exactly.
But
and a lot of times, they'll go, I'm sorry they're loud.
But here's the thing with her, though. She knows what's happening. She's not zoning it out because she's recording it, because she wants it to go viral. And next thing you know, her baby gets a sponsorship as an influencer or something now. So she was waiting for an opportunity.
That's a very good point. Very good point. Is he bothering you? I am so sorry. Can I take him out?
James has got kids.
James, you got
Can he weigh in on
James,
this? James,
what about all this? What's up, man?
So I wanted to say something. I have a 3-year-old that screams a lot too, right? But as a parent, it's your responsibility when you're going out places to be in kid-friendly places. If they're screaming that much, just take them out. I mean, and if I'm going to a place where I know that there is a child screaming, I'll just leave, all right? So, I mean, it's the same thing. You got to have some sort of respect for those around you. I wouldn't sit on an airplane, on an airplane, where I'm having a kid kicking my seat in the back, which has happened before.
Worst.
You turn around, you look at the parent like, what you gonna do? It's me or I'm gonna whoop the kid. Not whoop the kid, I can't say that. But it's kind of sort of like that. You gotta have some respect for those around you.
What is the age where kids, can we go to Camp 3 real quick? What is the age that kids, take Camp 3, Keegan, that they don't understand this?
On an airplane?
On an airplane.
Or in a
I've given this
restaurant?
look, I don't know how many.
Oh, yeah. I think after like 5, you should start understanding it.
I've given 5-year-old, you better stop it. You better.
That's the universal side eye for shut up, stop kicking my chair, and stop being obnoxious.
It worked with my kids, but it only works.
But it only works on your kids.
So we want to know. So what's the best way to remedy this? Because this is a major deal, believe it or not. And the thing is, we want it. We get it. But there's a level. It's like, I can't handle this anymore.
Well, I think the social contract that we mentioned earlier, I think that's an important part of it. It's just like we have lost all manners in general, it seems like. And this woman has gotten millions of views already on this video.
There you go.
So, again, part of that is, well, is she trying to be an influencer? Is she trying to get attention? But to me, it does bring up the bigger conversation. Like, how do you deal with it? Is the restaurant responsible? Should the mom leave? Should the couple leave? Everybody sort of weighed in, and it was 50-50.
I think it's wild that she tried to pull the race card, too.
Yes, and
I don't care if it's a black baby or a white baby. It's a loud baby.
It's a screaming baby.
And she should have just done the trifecta and just started breastfeeding the baby in public.
Right.
She would have got the views.
Yes.
She would have got the leave my kid alone and I'm a single mom views and that sort of thing. It's how you handle it that says everything about you. If your first response is this guy, and she obviously was probably upset. We don't know what the guy said when he came over,
right?
By all means, but it didn't look like he was like being confrontational.
Yeah.
We know that she did it, as Matt said, for views.
I'm guessing that he had the same migraine that Matt had, and he was just like, I just have to find some relief.
Please
Is
be
there
quiet.
any
You
way?
could see him in the corner doing the pressure point thing.
Could you see him?
And if it's the same type of layout that the Paris Banh Mi that I go to here is, it's a very loud restaurant. Like it's very echoey, and that thing is the sound's just bouncing off the walls.
James, super quick. If folks have to sound off on this, buddy, where do they go? What do they need to do? We need to let them in on it.
All right.
Oh, don't take your mic off until we tell you to.
What are you doing back there?
So, James, what do we have to do?
I always got to be prepared, right?
Always.
Go to our website at dailyflashshow.com. Hit up all our social media channels. We're definitely going to love this on YouTube, and we're going to have some fun. So please like, comment, and share.
Okay, very nice.
Like, comment, and share.
What did we learn today? We don't take off our microphone.
We don't take off our mic.
No.
And I would like to give Mitch a round of applause for that back room. He did it by himself. This is the premiere of our back room.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that's very sweet, baby James. And we're still working it out. And we're going to have you back there, right? All right. So we want to hear from you. Our website is up and running. We're going to be talking about prenups. This might, in your prenups, like, you have to take the baby out if you start crying.
Yeah.
You could put that in a prenup, right?
You probably should. Maybe that could be in a restaurant prenup before you go in.
I love that
idea. If your
idea.
baby screams, you're out.
Go to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Jackson's got the right idea. Remedies to this. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you at dailyflashshow.com.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English, along with the lovely Andrea Jackson. You know, earlier this week, we took a deep dive with Business Insider about celebrities and those prenups before they got married.
One question that I asked actually lit up our social media channels. Take a look. It seems like even some of these celebrity couples, and even non-celebrity couples, even though they do have a prenup, oftentimes they're taking these things to court and they're rehashing them out. Does a judge have a final say in interpreting those prenups? Yep, and that was the big question that got people fired up. Joining us with the facts on how prenups work is Chris Johnson of Johnson Law. Chris, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So prenup seems standard with celebrity marriages. What can a prenup control, and where does a prenup fall short?
Okay. So what a prenup is a financial contract before the parties, either prenups before marriage. You can actually have a postnup after marriage. And what it does is it controls what happens to the parties' property in the event of a divorce. It cannot control child support because that's a matter of public policy. That's really a matter of statute and state, and it's left really for the children. The parties themselves can't contract that away from the children.
You know, we are showing celebrity divorces, which is what we normally talk about, but it's something that everybody should think about prior to marriage, I would imagine. There's also a big push for saying, hey, how about making full financial disclosure mandatory? Do you think that will ever happen, and is it a good idea?
I mean, it pretty much is mandatory. So you can not do it and you can do a waiver, but I highly, highly suggest it almost to the level of mandatory. And that's because if there isn't full financial disclosure, then later on the party can claim some type of duress. Prenups aren't like a lot of contracts. There's a lot of protectionism that goes along with these contracts. For the most part, commercial contracts, parties are able to do whatever they want. But courts really scrutinize these contracts. And if after the fact, one of the spouses says, I really didn't understand what was going on, claims some kind of duress, the court might look into that and overturn the whole contract.
Okay, what about celebrities and sports stars putting their money and assets into their mother's name?
Oh, yeah.
As a way of saving them during a divorce. How common is that, and is that effective?
Well, I've seen that, and I've seen that with not celebrities, and I've seen that with not for divorces too. I've seen it in anticipation of just avoiding a judgment from creditors. So it's kind of an age-old tactic to give away your property to someone else you trust. Now, the problem with that is it could be construed as a fraudulent transfer, really, because you're giving away your property to avoid paying someone else. And if you do that within a certain period of time for when there's a claim or something else, the court can go in, scrutinize it, take discovery on financials, which can be really burdensome too, even having to deal with that, and really pull the whole transfer back and undo the whole scheme that party wished to employ.
And let's talk about having a lawyer, having representation. Is it crucial to have separate lawyers when you go through maybe a prenup as well as the divorce, I would imagine?
Yeah, definitely the divorce. But with a prenup, again, this whole duress thing. So what we do, we represent high net worth clients, and we'll represent them on the prenup, and we tell them, you need to tell your fiance, they need to go out and they need to get their own attorney that can review this contract with him or her and advise as to the legal effects of the contract. That way later you don't have that same type of argument, that duress, I didn't understand, blah, blah, blah. Again, they can waive that right, but it's much better when the other side is represented by an attorney.
Okay, one case that stood out to me was the case involving singer and actor Tyrese. He thought he had an ironclad prenup. Listen to him respond to his ex's demands, even though they did have a prenup.
We never spent $20,000 on my daughter when we were together, and I had the money.
Yeah, but
I don't like, who spends that kind of money on a kid? She was 1 when she took my baby from me. We never spent $20,000 a month on our child.
So Tyrese has been arrested and released for not paying his ex. So how can a signed prenup be overturned by a judge? And if they can't be overturned, then what's really the point in having one?
So I'm going to take this one in pieces, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So with this whole case, as I understand it, the court did enforce the prenup, which was the financial contract as to the division of property, whether that's his property or whether that's her property, whether she has a community interest in the property. What the prenup cannot do is affect the child support. His income was really high, and the court found because his income was high and his children were accustomed to a certain level of living, that the child support payments were going to be high too. And you can call that maybe a backdoor into property division. I don't know. And maybe that's some of what went on, because in these courts, they're, again, very protectionist and for the children. But I think the court did enforce this prenup. It just ordered a really high child support payment amount. And if you don't pay that child support payment, you can get arrested.
Yep.
And that's
plain and
what
simple.
happened, right?
Indeed.
Chris, thank you.
Yeah, you want to find out more information, get the facts on prenups, as well as contact Chris Johnson. Just head over to our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI. I wish we had more time, because I think about the Nicole Kidman and Keith divorce.
Urban.
Seems like they had it worked out, though, and it's not crazy.
All separate.
Separate.
They came together with so much.
And that's what he said.
Hey now, welcome to Preview Review this week. I am Matt Doolittle, giving you a sneak peek while we speak geek. Well, in this edition, I got the chance to sit down with Mason Thames and Madeleine McGraw about the chilling sequel to Black Phone. Here's our conversation about Black Phone 2. Check it out.
Have you heard of the grabber? I killed him.
What happened in that basement really changed it. Finn, I had a bad dream. It was about missing kids.
It was just a dream.
About a real place, a youth camp. We have to go there.
Hello, Finny.
We are back again for Black Phone. You are part of an iconic horror genre film. How's it feel to be back in this realm and knowing that it's kind of starting a legacy here?
It's that's a big statement. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy. Just working on the first movie feels like, it doesn't feel like that long ago, and the fact it's become what it's become is I'm so grateful, and it's so special. You know, these characters in this world means so much to me, and you know, just the response people had to the film is fantastic, and I think they'll really enjoy what we did with this one. So.
It's crazy. I'm just so beyond honored to be back, and I am so grateful for the reaction that fans had when the first one came out, that, you know, it was good enough for us to be able to do a sequel.
So this thing got really intense. You look like you were going through a lot of it. How much of those stunts and stuff were you doing yourself, and was it just like kind of terrifying to do all that?
You know, stunts are actually like my favorite thing ever when it comes to acting. I love getting to do as much action as possible. And Scott and Cargill know this. That's why they wrote in a lot of those stunts, is because they know that I am so passionate about that side of things. So thankfully, they convinced our stunt coordinator, Bronco, to let me do most of my own stunts. So a lot of the times in the movie, that is actually me. There was only 2 stunts that I didn't get to do, and those were the spinning ones. But other than that, it was all me.
So I know the 80s is kind of coming around as like the big genre of, I'm an 80s baby. Don't put that on me. Yeah. So how much of the wardrobe did you heist off this? Just to throw in your own stuff.
I took the boots, I took jeans, I took the jacket, I took the shirt, I took the necklace, I took a couple more shirts. Damn, I took everything. I started listing off like 3 things. I was like, oh, I just took everything. And I realized to a couple like events just on accident, I'm just wearing some of Finney's clothes. Like I wore one of the shirts I took and the necklace. I'm like, I'm just wearing Finney's clothes right now.
I won't tell the studio, but that's awesome. Well, thank you, man, and best of luck on the movie.
So.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, hey,
yeah.
Well, it's fine. Fantastic, and best of luck on the movie, and thanks for the time. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
What do you think happens when you die in a dream? It's time to find out.
Super fun sequel to the film. It kind of picks up where the last one took off. But what's crazy is the time gap where those kids grew up. Mason and Madeline, they both grew up so quick between the films. It's like a kind of the Stranger Things thing. The whole thing's set in the 80s. It's a really super fun movie.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke in it as well.
Yeah.
Do you think this film, Maddie, has legs maybe for a third film coming along?
I see this being one of those legacy things where they can just take a time gap here and do one every 5 years and do it in the 90s next and do it in the 2000s after that and just keep them going. It's going to get its own Horror Night House. I can see that definitely happening.
The mask is scary enough as it is.
It's frightening, terrifying. All right, Maddie, thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. It's your preview review.
Season 4 of the HBO hit series White Lotus is a go, and the new location has just been announced.
Ooh, okay.
Get ready for this. Season 3 stars Parker Posey, Jonathan Isaacs, who played the Ratliffs. They confirmed the new season will take place in the south of France. Parker recently mentioned the news on the red carpet for the Emmy Awards. She told reporters that creator and director Mike White was currently scouting locations in the south of France. Both actors said they weren't sure if they would make an appearance in the new season since their family ended up broke at the end of season 3. White Lotus started out in Hawaii before moving to Italy, then Thailand. No word yet on a return date for season 4.
And if you haven't watched White Lotus, the location is as a character.
The star,
the star, first off, right?
Yeah.
And there's always something to it. There's also a theme somewhat, I believe, with the each one is about
love, money,
and
sex,
greed, and that sort of thing. So it's going to be fun to find out what happens to the family, too, because we wanted to find out what happened to the
Yes,
Ratliffs.
and I like how they usually bring at least one character back from a previous season. One character that's been a constant will probably be make another appearance in season 4.
I hope it's Parker Posey.
But I would love to see the Ratliffs back.
Absolutely.
At least Parker Posey. Yeah.
And Schwarzenegger's son, he did a great job, man.
He was phenomenal.
So, there you go.
Oh,
we got more of today's Trends, Tomorrow's Talk, all right here, and more of it coming your way on Daily Flash.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's Trends, Tomorrow's Talk.
Yes!
Welcome, everybody. And a big shout out to all our stations. Matt Doolittle has his eye on a few of them.
219 of our beautiful affiliates all over the country, including the Armed Forces Network. And today we are shouting out to our friends at WVGN at the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Hey, how about that?
Very nice.
Great call letters, VGN for Virgin Islands. I love that. Have you been out, Matt? No, you didn't go.
I haven't been out there.
Me and Hosper went out there for that. No. It's a gorgeous place.
Is it really?
The U.S. Virgin
No,
Islands.
never
I
been.
am telling you,
Really?
we went there one time for a story, and they had this butterfly, like Audubon Park kind of thing.
Butterfly Conservatory.
Conservatory, thank you. And these butterflies would go crazy. And the guy that was hosting around was like, they like my cologne. And I don't know what, it was like maybe Polo, I'll just say Polo.
Okay.
Something common, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sure they do. Ha ha. I'm telling you, he had it on. He's like, smell me. And they just he had at least 40 butterflies on him. So I was like, well, maybe I should do that. Wow. Gorgeous place, but we're on the Virgin Islands.
We are in the Virgin Islands.
Love that. Hopefully we'll get over to the British Virgin Islands. I don't know if that seeps over. Who knows? All right. It is, of course, Halloween season. I know that a lot of us get excited about it, but something we might be scared about is, well, are we going to get our chocolate bars? There's a little bit of a concern out there because, well, cocoa prices have been on the rise.
Okay.
So your chocolate bars are actually going to start costing a little bit much. Candy and gum prices are actually up 8% in the CPI. Matt, what is CPI?
Consumer Price Index.
Consumer Price Index, thank you very much. And it's all basically due to the rising cost of cocoa. Matter of fact, if you want to get a 48, now, I have a feeling you are, if out of all of us, would be the big candy bar house.
Oh, yeah, I would be, yes.
100%.
Because you know what? Go big or go home. Yeah.
And plus, if you want like all the kids to like you, and
you get out the big candy bars.
48 count box full chocolate bars. It was $40 last year. It's over $50 this year.
Oh wow! So up $10. Okay.
Those fun size chocolate bags, they're $5 more. 57% of Americans say higher costs are actually affecting their Halloween candy plans. And however, 94% of the consumers says, yep, they're going to go ahead and hand out the treats anyway. And I'm probably part of the 94% that's going to buy the candy. But I probably won't have to hand them out because for some reason, as many kids that are in our neighborhood, they just don't come by my house. I don't know why.
Do you leave the lights on?
We leave the lights on. It's kind of scary looking, but it is like one of, it's kind of, we're like on the outer skirts of the neighborhood. So, and they have like 2 or 3 stoplights, street lights.
If I know your house, and if anything, I know your wife, you're giving out like apples and like healthy food, aren't you?
So,
that's
I
why.
think they see the garden out front and they go, oh, we're going to get some kind of granola bar.
We're going to get a bag of basil.
Yep. And believe it or not, that is
I'm skipping this house.
So, but Liza buys the chocolate candy bars all the time. She'll get the little ones.
Like the legit candy bars, not like some
not the big ones, but no. Snickers, whatever.
Okay.
And you hide in the back like a raccoon eating it, don't you?
Why? I'm gonna bring it into work. I'll have a stash, but she doesn't buy a lot of it,
which is smart.
Because you're always afraid. Do you overbuy for your?
Yes, I always get worried, and then we live on a street that it's not as inviting for kids to come down our street.
So you're kind of like mine. I got you. Yeah.
And we got a big neighborhood thing. They do hay rides. They have a big it's a huge Halloween event. But I always get them just so we have them just in case. But then I end up eating them. So I buy the smaller ones thinking, okay, it won't be that bad. But, you know.
And Matt, or anybody here, who went to the nice neighborhood that gave away the...
Oh, me, dude. I trick-or-treated at Shaq's house when I was 30. So, you know.
Was it Dwayne Wade that played for Magic?
Yeah.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard, thank you. Yep. He lived down the street from us, and he lives like off of a main street. And my kids were like, can you take us down there? I go, it's obvious we're going there just because it's...
Just because.
Dwight.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. This is Help My Home.
Indeed it is. You know, it's also Design Week, and it's in Chicago. Joining us now from the grand opening of luxury appliance brand SKS's new showroom is home design expert Sophie Donaldson. Hey, Sophie, how are you?
Good morning, Mitch. I'm great. How you doing?
Okay, so tell us a little bit about where you are right now, and also tell us what's trending when it comes to the kitchen.
Absolutely. So I am here at the Mart, which you know in Chicago is the iconic hub of design, all things design and living. We are right now giving you a sneak peek of the brand new showroom of luxury appliance brand SKS. Very cool space. This is really a place where we're integrating home design trends, kitchen trends, and technology trends in one room. And you asked about what's new lately. I'm going to tell you things are really lightening up. So you can see the white oak here. There's Roman plaster walls. walls, this beautiful natural stone. And what this does is really, it sort of warms up the kitchen space. So it really complements these sleek appliances that I'd love to tell you more about too.
Awesome. What else are we seeing when it comes to these trends?
Sure. So smart appliances are really moving from this space of like novelty to necessity. So this wall oven, for example, behind me uses what they call gourmet AI technology. And what is that? It's a camera actually inside the oven. So not only can that sort of read your ingredients and suggest recipes, but you can do things such as set it on auto cook and just sort of forget it. So for a home chef, it really takes the guesswork out of it. And I'll tell you one other really cool thing it does. It can take time-lapse video of what you're cooking inside. So this, for those who love sort of like making and creating and showing what they're doing, is a really, really fun technology.
Kitchens are so important. Where can folks go if they want more info?
Sure. So absolutely go to sksappliances.com. And if you happen to be in the Chicago area later this fall, you can absolutely stop by the showroom at the Mart.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll make sure we post this on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
Mitch, thank you. Good stuff there. Well, from the kitchen to the garage, check out this cool DIY idea to bring some extra to your doorway with some faux beams.
This is the entry to my garage, and I had an idea to spruce it up a little bit. I wanted to build some beams here, and so I cut out all of the baseboards and got to work building the beams. Now, these aren't real beams, of course, but I wanted to make this funky little wall up here look like a beam. Clearly, I'm excited. Piece by piece, I added these boards to make this area look like authentic beams. I then stained it, and voila! Don't these look amazing? I'm so happy with them. Next up, I'm gonna spruce up these doors. Follow along.
So let's stick with it and get some advice on the best way to paint doors.
Now that our faux beams are done, it's time to spruce up these doors. I absolutely love painting doors because you can make a big impact with very little cost. First, you'll use an angled brush to paint all of the grooves inside the door like this. Then, using a foam roller, you'll roll inside these boxes before painting all the horizontal lines. Once you're done with that, then you'll move on to painting the vertical lines on your door. Before painting a door, you'll want to tape off the doorknob and the hinges, but because I'm replacing mine, I did not do this step. Make sure to watch for paint lines from your roller brush because those will show up later if you're not careful. While I was painting this door, I impulsively decided to paint the trim too, and I am so glad I did. Next, I added some hardware to give it a more modern look, and voila.
You never think about how difficult it is to paint a door until you get to that project.
And who thinks of that about painting the door?
Yeah.
I love the beams idea that you showed here. Yeah. We did this, basically, it's not wallpaper, but it's actual wood that we did the same thing for because we had an ugly looking beam going across. We put it up, taped it on there, we had a contractor do it. But then you could stain it as well because it's actual wood. And I'm telling you, cannot tell the difference. This is when we did our kitchen edition. So neat ideas here and easy, like really anybody can do.
And you can buy beam, like faux beam placements that you can kind of build that are real thin wood, lightweight, that can cover your beams if you want a new look. Yeah. All right, we're back right after this. It is that time of year again as shoppers look for smart ways to save.
Nearly half of shoppers now trust AI shopping advice over a friend. A new study from the University of Virginia Darden School of Business found that nearly 60% of shoppers use AI to shop. Smart shopping expert Trey Bodge shares how AI tools can help you find the best gifts.
AI is revolutionizing the way we shop this holiday season, making buying decisions faster and more personal. With Rufus, Amazon's conversational shopping assistant, you can ask product questions, compare items side by side, and get gift recommendations to get ahead of the holiday rush.
And Amazon has even more tools to help shoppers discover and buy.
With Amazon Lens, you can snap a photo of something you see on social media and instantly find top matches. There's also Buy For Me, which lets customers order from other retailers without ever leaving the Amazon app.
And other tools like interests, AI shopping guides, and Here the Highlights are giving shoppers more personalized and convenient ways to shop. For more information, visit Amazon.com.
Well, smart offices are no longer just a concept. They're actually now transforming the way we get things done. Tech expert Mark Salzman joins us with the essentials for today's workplace. Hey there, Mark.
Hi, thanks for having me on the Daily Flash. I've partnered with some great brands to help businesses succeed and grow.
Okay, Mark, so how can small businesses, even freelancers, really just simplify their finances?
That's a great place to start. Quicken Business and Personal. It helps small business owners, entrepreneurs, freelancers, gig workers, and the self-employed manage their professional and personal finances without having to switch between multiple and often disconnected tools. In fact, it automatically categorizes business and personal expenses. Love that. The app helps you effortlessly plan cash flow, invoice clients, optimize investments, save more money, and prepare for tax season all in one place. Love it.
That's pretty cool. How about a smart laptop choice for us busy professionals out there?
Yes, I have a great pick, and it's a secure one too. October, after all, is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Small business owners and remote workers, for them, securing sensitive data is more critical than ever. So this is the Asus ExpertBook P3, a mobile workstation that features commercial-grade security with fingerprint login options and a built-in webcam shield for added privacy. Along with a stellar display and long-lasting battery, AI-powered tools like Asus AI Expert Meet and Windows Copilot automate tasks to boost productivity. Asus.com has more on this ExpertBook P3.
All right, now we know we need to fuel all our business efforts. Any tips on how we can actually create the coffee station that's the ultimate coffee station?
I do indeed, yes. From Jura, the global innovation leader in fully automatic coffee machines, comes its latest, the Jura X10, the ultimate workplace coffee station to keep employees, clients, and guests energized and satisfied. Bring the barista to the break room with 35 hot and cold brew coffee specialties from Americano and espresso to cappuccino and latte macchiato. Look at that. It features an integrated grinder for fresh bean-to-cup coffee, while Jura's cold extraction process creates authentic cold brew. You can visit Jura.com for more.
Man, great ideas. Where can we go for more info?
So for more info on everything I've covered here today, simply visit inthenews.tv.
Mark, thanks so much for joining us. We'll have this on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
More than 30 million Americans are enrolled in Medicare Advantage, yet billions of dollars in over-the-county benefits go unused every year. Shinobu Hinder joins us with more. Shinobu, what should consumers understand about their benefits?
As a financial planner and wellness expert, I've seen how overlooked benefits can impact both health and finances. With Medicare Advantage, the OTC benefit can mean hundreds of dollars in savings each year on products that people already rely on. Pain relievers, cold and flu remedies, dental rinses, even skincare. But here's the catch. These funds don't roll over. If they aren't used, they're lost. And nationally, that adds up to billions of wasted dollars. And that's why it's so important to know what's included in your plan and to take full advantage of the Medicare Advantage OTC benefit.
And what type of products are covered in most Advantage plans? And what are some of the common benefits people may not know are covered?
Most Medicare Advantage OTC benefits cover a wide range of self-care essentials. Tylenol for pain relief, Zyrtec for allergies, Neutrogena for sun scare, Listerine for oral care, and Band-Aid for first aid. But beyond the pain relievers and allergy medications, Medicare Advantage OTC benefits often cover digestive health products like Pepcid, skincare essentials such as Neutrogena Sunblock, and these products are used in daily life. So having them covered through Medicare Advantage OTC benefits mean people can maintain these routines without worrying as much about cost. However, it's important to make sure you're checking with your plan administrator on what products are actually covered in your plan. For more information, visit kenviewbrands.com/US/medadvantage.
Thank you so much. We'll be sure to share this on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
Boy, there are some new tax laws out there. They're like, what? Well, it also comes with some new guidelines for families, workers, and even seniors. Here's all that you need to know.
Recent tax law changes will affect millions of households when tax season arrives early next year. Mark Stieber, Chief Tax Officer at Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, has more.
The child tax credit is increasing to $2,200 per child, and seniors may qualify for an additional deduction. Other updates include new deductions for tips and overtime and car loans, plus new reporting rules for income earned on third-party payment platforms like Venmo and PayPal.
With less than 90 days left in 2025, now is the perfect time for taxpayers to review their withholdings and make any adjustments before the year ends.
Consider steps like adjusting your tax withholding, contributing to retirement accounts, or using funds in a flexible spending account. Moves like these can still make a difference on your 2025 tax return.
Tax professionals say that understanding how the new tax laws apply to individual situations is key, since deductions and credits often depend on income limits and eligibility requirements. For more information on how the new tax law changes could affect you, visit jacksonhewitt.com.
And now a great way to stay physically active and healthy.
In the Know. Physical therapy helps people move better, age stronger, and live more fully.
PT for Future Me is a new campaign from the American Physical Therapy Association. It emphasizes prevention, wellness, mobility, and strength to support all aspects of work, life, and play, no matter what your age or ability. It's never too early or too late to make physical therapy part of your healthcare routine.
Learn more and find a physical therapist near you at choosept.com.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites, and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Let's find out what you need to binge watch this weekend. Jackson, what do you got?
Oh my goodness, it's called Airport Lost and Found. Take a look.
Our safe is full of a lot of cash, a lot of jewelry. We get a lot of wedding rings, more so men's than women's. So I don't know what that's all about. I have this jewelry box that came in, and it really had a lot of stuff in it. So you would think that somebody would probably want this bag.
It's amazing the stuff people leave behind at the airport.
Yeah.
And the lost and found at every single airport. And then, of course, the baggage claim in Alabama where it all goes if it's not
it's like a
taken.
supermarket,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's crazy. The other one is if you ever see the lost and found for a cruise ship. Those are also the best ones. They have a pair of my shorts from my last cruise.
Oh, somebody better get those.
Yep. All right, well, my pick for this weekend is The Dude Perfect, guys, and it's on YouTube, and it's going to every Disney park in 75 hours.
As far as rides go, number one. That takes the cake. Let's grab the pic, Copes. Oh, this is so good. Golden hour. Dude, that's got to be the best photo of the trip.
This is a dream trip for me.
Wow.
I mean, I did 3 castles in 1 year, and that was enough for me, but these guys did
75
everything.
hours.
75 hours.
What's the deal? They have to ride at least one ride? Or
At least one ride in each park all over the world.
Very neat. All right, high stakes game of deception, desire, and danger. Buckle up. This is Play Dirty, and it's playing on Prime.
Got a bit of a problem. I'm looking for a girl. Is this an amorous inquiry? She killed everyone on my last job. I just need to talk to her.
Do you mean actually talk? Because sometimes when you talk, people end up at room temperature.
I'll be gentle.
A con man and a contract killer form a little bit of an alliance where every mood's a gamble. Trust it is the ultimate setup. Mark Wahlberg stars in Play Dirty, Shane Black film. This was actually, the script was supposed to be Lethal Weapon 2, because Shane Black also wrote that. Yeah. And it also takes place around Christmas time, and that's a theme with Shane Black. All his movies, like Die Hard. It's all
Which
around.
is a Christmas
Which is a Christmas movie.
Which is a Christmas movie altogether. So anyway, great stuff for the catch. If we've missed something or something we need to check out, we'd love to hear from you and give some suggestions.
Yeah, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com, for more information on anything we've talked about today. Be good, everybody.
We'll see you when we look at you. Bye-bye.